Dear God, I'm tired. How many times have you uttered those 5 simple words in your quiet moments of desperation? Imagine the weight of delays, the heaviness of unanswered prayers, wrapped around your heart like a thick fog. There we sit, day after day, yearning for breakthroughs, for clarity amidst the chaos, for a glimpse of what lies ahead. You're not alone in this. Many hearts resonate with that longing, that desire for a shift, a sign, anything to reassure us that the waiting is for a purpose. Today, I'm here to tell you, God is speaking to you, and the message is powerful. Your waiting period has finally ended. Let's embark on this journey together, discovering the divine in our waiting, the beauty in our trials, and the promise of what's to come. Waiting can often feel like an anchor dragging us down into the depths of despair. Each moment stretches into an eternity, and frustration begins to seep in, coloring our thoughts with doubts and worries. We wonder, am I being punished? Is this all a test? Yet, in those heavy shades of uncertainty, remember that God is crafting something beautiful in your life. The waiting period is not a period of inactivity, it's a time of preparation and growth. Picture a seed buried in the ground, hidden away from the world. It's dark and lonely, but beneath the surface, something miraculous is happening. God is allowing things to grow in you, shaping and refining your spirit to shine brighter when the time comes. As you wait, God is not just watching. He's at work within you. Perhaps you don't see it yet. Perhaps you've lost track of the vision you once had. But close your eyes and envision yourself stepping into a new chapter, one where every tear sheet has watered the flowers of resilience blooming within your soul. This is God's promise, that your waiting will lead to transformation. Imagine standing on the threshold of change, the winds of destiny blowing through your hair, warming your heart as you take a deep breath. God is telling you today that the shift is coming. Will you believe it? Will you embrace it? We often forget that God exists outside the realm of our understanding of time. When we yearn for a breakthrough, we expect it now on our terms in our timeline. Yet God's time is a tapestry woven from threads of love and purpose, each strand considered and intentional. It's like standing in front of a magnificent piece of art. The details may seem insignificant from afar, but up close each stroke has its place, telling a story of patience and planning. God is lovingly preparing the perfect moment for you to step into your calling. Your waiting period isn't an absence of action. It's part of the grand design, preparing everything for a season of abundant grace and opportunity. In your waiting, there lies a gift, a beautiful opportunity for reflection. How often do we get caught in the whirlwind of life, running from one task to another, seldom stopping to consider our desires, our purpose? As you wait, take a moment to breathe. Reflect on the dreams nestled in your heart. Are they still there, vibrant and alive, or have they dulled over time? God invites you into a space of quiet introspection. This is a sacred moment. You may be surprised by what you discover about yourself. Allow every thought, every feeling to surface. Not all waiting is futile. Sometimes it's a gentle nudge to remind us of who we are. While waiting can sometimes feel solitary, know that you are surrounded by a community of believers who understand your struggle. Take a look around. Seek out friends, family, or fellow believers who have walked similar paths. Their journeys may echo your own, showing you that there is hope in the waiting. God often uses others to bolster our spirits, to offer encouragement when we feel most alone. Share your heart with someone who can lift you up in prayer. Open up to the potential of deepened relationships where understanding flourishes and burdens are lessened. Remember, you are never alone on this journey. God has woven your life into a beautiful fabric of connection with others. Let's talk about those desires, the unfulfilled dreams and aspirations that keep us up at night, reminding us of what is missing. Are they whispers of joy waiting to be expressed, or burdens that weigh heavily? As you wait, do not let despair overshadow them. God knows the desires of your heart intimately. He placed them there for a reason. At times, it can seem as if these longings are lost in the shuffle of life. Yet, I assure you, every waiting period has a purpose. In this time of pause, God is aligning the pieces of your incredible story. Each desire will find its rightful place in His plan. Hold tightly to that promise. The waiting will transform your desires into something grander than you ever imagine. Faith is often built in the furnace of waiting. It's easy to proclaim your faith when everything falls into place, but true belief shows itself when every promise seems far away. In those moments, you're not just waiting, you're being tested, refined like gold. Every doubt that tugs at your spirit has the potential to strengthen your resolve if you let it. Although you may feel weary, remember that God is speaking life into your endurance. His grace fuels your journey. Draw near to Him, even when it seems hard to do so. It's in that closeness that faith swells, giving you the courage to keep believing that something magnificent lies just beyond the horizon. Life's struggles are not without beauty. In fact, they create spaces for growth that we often overlook. Embrace the moments of hardship as part of the unique tapestry being woven for your life. As you wait, cultivate gratitude for the lessons learned in this season. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone toward your emotional and spiritual development. The figures in the stories we cherish are often those who went through immense trials, emerging stronger and more resilient. You too are a character in this divine narrative. Embrace your resilience, for it is a beautiful testament to the strength hidden within you, waiting to shine. What if waiting is an invitation to anticipate something extraordinary? Each second spent wishing for change can become a moment filled with expectation that transforms your perspective. When you view waiting as an opportunity for what's ahead, the landscape shifts. Picture the excitement of a child waiting for their birthday. Every minute drips with anticipation, filled with dreams of cakes and gifts. That same exhilaration can be yours. God is whispering, "Get ready! Can you hear it? The miracle you've longed for is closer than ever." Paint the future with hope, knowing you're stepping into the reality of answered prayers and uplifting surprises. Within every waiting period, blessings often lie in disguise. Could it be that what you perceive as delays are divine redirections towards greater opportunities? As God works behind the scenes, unseen but palpably present, little miracles start to manifest in ways you may not expect. Perhaps it's the kindness of a stranger, an unexpected job offer, or a refreshing conversation that reignites your passion. These glimpses of joy remind us to remain open to life's rich tapestry. God may be telling you today that sometimes the best gifts are the ones we don't see coming. Keep your eyes peeled. Blessings await. Struggling against the tide of waiting can only exhaust you further. In surrendering, you allow yourself to be cradled in God's embrace, trusting Him with the timing of your life. Letting go of the need to control outcomes can transform your waiting experience from one of anguish into one of peace. Surrender doesn't mean you stop hoping or dreaming. It means placing those desires back into God's capable hands. In that release, anxiety fades and peace begins to flood your spirit. Picture a bubbling brook where smooth stones guide the water's flow. It meanders with grace, never rushing. This can be you flowing with the current of divine timing, trusting every bend and turn. As you navigate the waiting season, it's essential to curate a space filled with positivity and encouragement. This could mean engaging with uplifting media, surrounding yourself with hopeful friends, or immersing yourself in inspiring stories that echo your truth. Positive affirmations can turn the tide of despair into motivators for hope. Read those uplifting quotes that light your soul on fire. Fill your heart with declarations that ignite the spirit within you. Make a conscious choice to steer your thoughts away from negativity and back to the promise of God's faithfulness. Soon, what once felt lonely and daunting springs to life with motivation and vigor. In the midst of waiting, don't shy away from seeking guidance. Life is a journey best traveled with wise companions. Reach out to mentors, spiritual leaders, or friends who have faced their own waiting seasons. They can offer insights that elevate your perspective. Listening to their stories could be the balm your soul needs, reminding you that this is only a chapter, not the whole book. God speaks through others, using their experiences as a guiding light for your path. You are part of a rich tapestry of humanity. Don't hesitate to lean on it when weariness weighs you down. Consider for a moment that waiting isn't merely about what happens next, but rather about embracing the journey itself. Sometimes we become so fixated on the destination that we overlook the significance of each step we take. When you shift your focus to the present moment, you'll notice the richness in the waiting, the lessons embedded in each heartbeat. This is where God often does his finest work, reminding us of what we truly need. Let's take a moment to breathe in the present and recognize that time itself is a canvas. Paint on it with colors of gratitude, joy, and love, for this moment is unique and yet necessity for all that is still to come. Can you hear it? The sound of an impending breakthrough, like a distant symphony drawing closer with each passing moment. As your waiting period nears its end, allow yourself to attune your ears to the melodious whispers of hope. God is bringing about a grand crescendo in your life, marking the transition, the change. Keep listening with your heart. Every heartbeat is a reminder that something exceptional is on the horizon. Don't let doubt muffle that hope. Instead, let it amplify the joy that's coming. Prepare yourself to dance when the music swells. We often find ourselves caught in a cycle of complaint during our waiting periods. However, acknowledging and honoring the journey is vital. Every step you've taken through peaks and valleys has shaped who you are today. Embrace those memories, the laughter and tears alike. God sees and cherishes your experiences, each one knitting you closer to Him and your purpose. Take time to journal this journey. Let the ink flow freely on the pages as you capture every thought and feeling. In retrospect, you'll see the beauty woven throughout, a delicate dance between struggle and triumph. Sometimes it feels as though the storms of life will never cease. Yet, history teaches us that after every storm, the skies eventually clear. Keep your eyes focused on the horizon beyond the storm clouds. God has a purpose behind every struggle and promise in every trial. Understand that waiting can be a purifying experience that prepares you for the light and joy after the storm. When the sunlight breaks through, it will illuminate everything you've endured. Vibrant testament of healing and hope. You will emerge stronger and wiser, ready to embrace a new chapter filled with abundant blessings. Hope is not a mere wish. It's your anchor during challenging times. It offers stability when the winds of life are chaotic. As you wait, let hope be a guiding light, illuminating the path before you. When darkness encroaches, plant the seeds of hope firmly in your heart. Repeat affirmations that fuel your spirit. Let hope be the message you preach to yourself daily. It will shape your reality in unimaginable ways. The power of hope lies not just in its existence, but in your commitment to nurture it. Cling to that hope like a lifebuoy and allow it to lift you above the stormy seas. As your waiting period gives way to what's next, take a moment to pause and embrace the sheer potential of your future. The unknown can be daunting, but it's also filled with infinite opportunities beckoning you forward. Picture a vast open field. What dreams will you plant? What adventures will you embark upon? With each step you take beyond this waiting period, allow anticipation and excitement to flow. Cast away the fear of the unknown. Instead, invite curiosity to reveal the beauty in what lies ahead. God is preparing a path that exceeds your expectations. Dare to dream big. Patience, often touted as a virtue, becomes a living testament during our waiting periods. It's not merely about biding time, but embracing each heartbeat, each moment with grace and acceptance. Think of the great artists who painstakingly refine their masterpieces with care. Your waiting can be an art form as well, cultivating an exquisite blend of experiences, emotions, and thoughts. As you learn to harness patience, you're not just surviving the wait. You're evolving, molding your heart to align with divine timing. Each second you breathe through the uncertainty builds a canvas of resilience, preparing you to appreciate the masterpiece of your life that is yet to unfold. While waiting is filled with anticipation, it also beckons you to be active in your dreams. God isn't just asking you to sit idly by. Instead, He invites you to participate in the unfolding of your own life. What steps can you take today that align with your future? How can you evolve during this time? Consider pick up a new skill, volunteer, or immerse yourself in activities that resonate with your dreams. This is the secret. While God is preparing the grand plan, your proactive engagements can catalyze growth, creating pathways to what's next. After all, faith without action is stagnant. Embrace your role as an active participant, steering your own ship while trusting the divine navigational system guiding you. Cultivating gratitude during this waiting period can change everything. Instead of focusing on what you lack, draw attention to the abundance surrounding you, family, friends, the beauty of nature, or even quiet moments of peace. Gratitude switches your perspective and opens doors to joy and contentment. It's like turning on a light in a dim room. Suddenly, everything becomes clearer and more vibrant. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. As you build this practice, the heaviness of waiting begins to lift, and you become attuned to the blessings woven into your life. God is calling you to count your blessings, for they are countless. It's okay to feel vulnerable during times of waiting. In fact, vulnerability allows for a deeper connection with ourselves and others. There's a certain beauty in admitting that you're tired, weary, or anxious. This openness fosters authentic connections with those around you. Suddenly, your honesty draws others in, creating a supportive community. Don't shy away from sharing your feelings. Let your tears flow when needed and allow genuine conversations to bloom. In your vulnerability, God's light shines brightest. It speaks to the shared human experience of waiting. You're not alone in your feelings, and together we can uplift each other through our struggles. Consider a shift in your mindset. Instead of focusing solely on the outcomes you desire, start relishing the present. Recognizing it as a crucial part of your journey, this waiting period is filled with lessons, acknowledgement, and growth that will equip you for the adventures ahead. Embrace the mindset of a seeker, one who is curious about how this time may shape you. Lean into the excitement of possibilities instead of fixating solely on the destination. When you do this, the layers of waiting don't feel burdensome. They feel enriching. After all, each experience is like a story unfolding, and yours is far from over. In moments where waiting tests your resolve, prayer becomes a sanctuary. a delicate lifeline connecting you with God. It's in prayer that you can vocalize your heart's desires, your fears, and your hopes. Allow it to flow freely without structure. Let the words tumble out as you seek comfort and guidance. Your prayers may not always invoke immediate answers, but they establish a relationship with God where communication thrives. In that dialogue, hope rekindles. As you take a moment to kneel in prayer, trust that God hears you. You are being cradled in divine love, and the wait will bear fruit. Faith is believing in what we cannot yet see. In your waiting, God may seem distant, and the promises may feel far off. However, this is where true faith flourishes. Faith invites you into the unseen world where miracles and transformations brew beneath the surface. Although you may not see the fruits of your labor, trust that God is at work orchestrating events in ways only He can comprehend. Visualize those dreams cloaked in fog, slowly coming into focus. The reality you seek is unfolding behind the scenes. Allow yourself to breathe in that faith and let it sustain you through each moment of uncertainty. As you stand at the edge of your waiting period, keep your heart open to new opportunities. They may arrive dressed differently than you imagined, but if you maintain an open mind, the unexpected can lead to incredible blessings. Remember, every closing door often paves the way for another opportunity, even more aligned with your true path. When one possibility fades, another may be waiting just around the corner, even if it feels invisible at the moment. Anticipate the adventures that await. God may be presenting paths you hadn't even considered. Be curious. Explore and trust that His plans for you far exceed your own. Every waiting season molds you into a version of yourself that can embrace future challenges with grace and strength. The scars you bear are not reminders of suffering. They are symbols of the resilience God has cultivated within you. Reframe your struggles as intricate paintings painted by God that depict strength, hope, and faith. When you emerge from this waiting period, you'll carry the beauty of growth and transformation into every facet of life. So, wear your scars proudly, knowing they usher you to deeper authenticity and connection with others who share similar journeys. God is not wasting your experiences. He's using them. Now, as you stand on the threshold of new beginnings, take a breath and feel the electric pulse of possibility coursing through your veins. The time has arrived for you to step forward into the destiny God designed, especially for you. Let go of the fear that kept you anchored in waiting. Embrace the adventure awaiting you on the other side. You are equipped with everything you need. Every tear, every moment of doubt prepared you for this journey ahead. Find courage in knowing that God is lighting your way. So, take a step into the future with confidence, for it's bursting with potential and divine purpose. Adventure awaits, and it's time to embark upon it with an open heart. And now, here we stand, right at the cusp of revelation. Can you feel it? The air is thick with possibilities, and it's time to acknowledge that waiting is over. God is whispering to your heart today. It is time. That moment you've longed for is unfolding in front of you. The horizon you envisioned is closer than it appears. Step forward with courage, ready to embrace what God has prepared just for you. The journey through waiting, marked by growth and endurance, has led you here to this incredible moment of promise. Trust in God's timing, celebrate the arrival of your breakthrough, and step boldly into the beautiful future waiting just for you. Dear friend, whatever your waiting may look like, know that it is not in vain. God is with you in every moment of struggle, crafting a purpose that goes beyond your comprehension. As you step reluctantly out of the fog of waiting, hold fast to the knowledge that your journey is significant. Every moment has been designing your heart for the beautiful future that awaits. Let hope escort you, let anticipation carry you, and let faith sustain you. Embrace the promise that the waiting period has finally ended. Your life is about to be transformed, and it's time to live abundantly in the light of God's grace and glory. You are more than a conqueror. You are moving forward, so take that leap!